Tonight, in the rooms of this sprawling city, sleep 200,000 amateur farmers. Their farms are not large. There are no broad acres, no tractors, no harvesters. But their hearts are full of it. This enthusiasm is shared by no chosen few. It is as long as one of the city's straight avenues, and as wide as the prairie on which the city was built. Their names are as varied as the people who bear them. The Estelles, who live on South Parkway, and John Jakovich on Mackinac Avenue. Juan Tenario and his son Fidel. Where they live, farming is difficult. But ambitious girls like Esther Hughes and Rita Wark are willing to try. The jobs they work at are city jobs. Office clerk and steel worker, businessman and railroad switchman, butcher and grocery clerk, a newsboy on a city street. There's a special reason to take up farming. These are victory gardens, gardens for war. Food and war are big words in every language, the many languages of the city's newspapers. Most of these people are working for war, making tanks, packing meat for the Allied armies, distributing supply orders, working in transport, making steel. On this evening in fall, they gather their harvest. It is a big thing to gather your harvest. During all the weeks of spring and summer, for 23 hours out of every day, these people have worked and eaten and slept and worked again. But in 1 hour of the day, they have had their hands in the earth. It is a good harvest. Carry it proudly. Fidel and Jimmy come to the festival and celebration of the city's harvest. It is a meeting ground of all ages and all types. The Americans of this city are a people descended from the world. Their city is Chicago, the hub of America, the railroad center. The city of stockyards. The greatest inland port. The arsenal of the Middle West. The maker of steel. But Chicago is more than bridges and skyscrapers, freight yards and stockyards, a harbor for ships, and a place to make steel. Chicago is the people who live in it. It is these city people who became farmers and grew vegetables in the victory gardens of their own backyards and then brought them to a festival to show them off. There are prizes at the festival. Here is pride in one's labor and recognition. At the end of their festival, Henry A. Wallace, the Vice President of the United States, stops in the city to award the grand prizes. He has been Secretary of Agriculture, and he's a farmer himself. He gives a silver cup to Joseph Brezina. Another to Jens Eriksson. And one to John Jakovich. It is Mr. Wallace who has said that this century we are entering can be and must be the century of the common man. These young people whose fathers or grandfathers were Mexicans and Scotsmen, Russians and Greeks, Serbs and Italians and Frenchmen, have planted their culture in a common ground. Tonight, these young Americans dance the old dances in the new city which they share. Mr. Wallace has said, this new century will be an adventure in sharing. Sharing of duties and responsibilities, and sharing of the joy that can come from the give and take of human contacts and fruitful daily living. Out of it, if we all do our part, there will be new opportunity and new security for the common man. That blend of liberty and unity which is the bright goal of millions. Yes, the reason for Chicago's greatness is the people who live in it, and the liberty and unity they have made in their city. Their city, where 3 million people sleep tonight.